Alright, hello guys, welcome to our next video episode. In this episode, we'll be looking at simple chord progressions. Okay, how do you play or how do you move between the chords of C, F, and your G using the knowledge of the inversions that you know. Alright, instead of playing root to root, how do you combine the root chords and the different inversions of the chords that you know, focusing majorly on your C major, F major, and G major chords. Alright, so let's dive in simply into it. We're going to learn simple movements, which is the first, which is the 1, 4, 1, 5, alright, or in relation to the key of C. Now note, when we're on the key of C, your first chord is your C major chord. Your fourth chord will be 1, 2, 3, 4, which is your F chord. Then your fifth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will be G. All right. So simply, we're learning how do we move from C, which is your first chord, or one chord on the key of C, to F. And how do we move from C to G? And then how do we move from C to F and to G? Okay? So these are the things we'll be looking at. Now the first movement is moving from your C, one chord, to your fourth chord, all right, on the key of C. Notice your fourth chord on the key of C is your F major. Now how do you do that? You don't just move from root chord to root chord. That's too far. Now you make use of what we call the inversions, which we learned in a previous video. Now, this is the root chord. If you want to move to your fourth chord, which in this case is your F major, you look at the inversions closer to your C major root chord. And that inversion is simply your C, F, A. Now what's C, F, A? If you remember, this is F root chord. This is F, first inversion, and F, second inversion. So simply, when I'm playing C major chord, my root chord, and I want to move to the fourth chord, which is the F major triad, I simply move to this. That way, it's easier for me to navigate between C major chord, F major chord. So I'm playing root chord of C major, then I'm moving to your fourth chord, which is your F, second inversion. So you see, on the left hand, if you remember, this is your root chord. If you are going to F, simply this. Look at the fingering. Okay? So simple. Root chord to the fourth chord, second inversion. Okay, so that's a simple movement. So 1, fourth chord, C major, F major, C major, F major. Remember, the F major is the second inversion of the root chord. This is the root chord. This is the root chord. This is first inversion, and this is second inversion. So simply, when you're playing C major chord, your root chord, and you want to move to your fourth chord, you simply move to the second inversion. All right, and that makes your playing very, very easy. Okay, makes your playing easy. Now, the other movement is, having known how to move from C to F, the next thing is, how do we move from C to G? Okay, this is C and this is G. I can't move from here, root chord, to this root chord. That's far, all right? Now, we'll make use of what we call your inversions. Note that your G major chords also have inversions. Now, this is your G major chord, root chord. Remember, this is the first inversion, and this is the second inversion from our previous videos. Now, if this is the root chord, this is the first inversion, I can make use of this first inversion when I'm moving from my C root chord. So if I'm playing C major root chord, and I want to go to the fifth chord, which is in this case is your G, I can simply move to G major chord, first inversion. Very simple. So C root chord, G major chord, first inversion. So same goes with the left hand. C major chord, then your G major chord, first inversion. So I don't have to jump from here to here. I can simply jump from here to here, which is better for me. So you see, we have learned 1, 4 movement, then 1, 5 movement. So 1 chord, 4th chord, 1 chord, 5th chord. So you can turn it into a melody in music. So C root, F, C, G, 1 chord, 4th chord, second inversion, root chord, then 5th chord, first inversion. All right, then the last movement is simply moving from 1 to 4, then to 5. All right, which is simply moving from 1 to 4. Remember, we said this is the inversion you use for your 4th. So this, then you can still move from here to your G. You can either move to this G that is here, this inversion, or when you're on 4th chord here, you move to this G, which is the first inversion. So I can simply say, how do I play 1, 4, 5? If I'm playing 1, 4, 5 progression, what I'll simply play is 1, 4, then 5, 1, 1, 4, 5, 1. Simple. 1 chord, 4th, which is an F major, then 5th, which is a G major, then 1. Simple. This is very, very, very simple. So the knowledge of inversion helps you navigate and move in between chords without stressing your fingers and moving at a distance level. All right. So we've learned 1, 4 movement back to 1. We've learned 1, 5 movement back to 1. I've also learned 1, 4, and then 5. Then you can also interchange it. You can say 1, 5, then 4. It is another movement, so you can play root chord, 5th chord, which is your G major, first inversion. Then you go to your F major chord, second inversion. And go to. Hey guys, thanks for watching our tutorial video for today. Hope you learned a lot. Don't forget to click the subscribe button below. And also, don't forget to turn on your notification to get the next video. See you in our next video tutorial.